Here's to the strong women. May we know them, may we be them, may we raise them. The girl I used to be still walks beside me. I often see her reflection, the definition of perfection. She was often brittle and made to feel little, her mind constantly on repeat, pressuring her to admit defeat. And in the darkest hour, she wasn't fragile like a flower. She stood her ground for a calling she'd profound. So she set her own course, for there is no greater force than a woman determined to rise. So she took life by its prize. She refused to be confined, expectations from society she'd unbind. She was an outcast. She was not a fraud, now ambitious like the women she'd applaud. Here's to the women. May we know them, may we be them, may we raise them. You can't play rugby, you're a girl, you're weak. You can't be heard, so please don't speak. You can't say no, your voice is forbidden. You can't be seen, so please stay hidden. You can't be an author, you'll never make it as a teacher. You can't get a trade, you stupid, ugly creature. You can't go to uni, you'll never get a degree. You can't get a higher paid job, you're not better than me. You should stay in an abusive relationship. You can't say what happened was assault. I mean, you technically asked for it, so that makes it all your fault. You can't speak your own truth in case it ruins his life. You must cut out your tongue and be the perfect housewife. You can't be a single mother. No one wants another man's child. You complain too much. You easily get riled. You can't have any more children. Don't you think 2 is more than enough? You can't just get your tubes tied. You ruined your life when you got up to death. You should have had an abortion. You're not a parent. You had a miscarriage. You're not capable of being loved. You'll never deserve marriage. You can't come to your grand's funeral. You're not allowed to grieve. You're not included in this family, so please just leave. You can't stay at home all the time. You're not allowed to go and have fun. You can't plan to go travelling. Don't you have a household to run? You can't go out to the pub. You're allowed to be harassed. Suddenly scars define you, and you're below the lowest class. You can't go out dressed like that. Refusal means you're boring. You can't expect to have boundaries when you're practically asking for exploring. You can't be too fat or too skinny. You need to look a certain way. You can't express yourself, so do as you're told and obey. You can't have mental health. You're not allowed to be depressed. You can't openly talk about it, so keep these feelings suppressed. You can't be struggling. You said you were fine, but how do you know what's in a mind like mine? You can't. You can't. You can't. But I can. I can and I will. I turn the can to a silent T, and instead I say I can. I ground my feet, look up to the sky, and embrace the survivor I am. I can play sports, it's not just for boys. I can be a writer without a degree. I can achieve all my future goals, so sit down, be quiet, and you will see. I can be content with just my 2 children. I can love them and nurture them to be kind. I can run a household as a single mother. A single home is not a broken home I think and find. I could put on makeup if I really wanted to. I can wear whatever clothes I please. I can stay at home or go out and have fun and should not be considered a tease. I can love the way I look in my appearance. I can be worthy of the love that I give. I can make an endless number of mistakes because that's a life I wish to live. I can struggle with my demons but grow. I can fall and get back up to my feet. I can be ladylike with the mouth of a sailor, but a friendship with me is sure to be a treat. I refuse to be controlled by the marionette. I will break free from these strings, from these chains. I will stand up, fight, and I will be brave because the blood of warriors runs through my veins.